Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lebron, and today I'm going to be talking about the power of accountability. Now, if you're somebody who feels like you've been going through life and you're destined for so much more, and you have these crazy ambitions, you have these crazy goals, you even started on self-improvement, but you feel like you haven't made any progress, this video is for you. Because I used to be there myself, and I would keep making these goals, and I would keep setting down like all these things that I have to do, all these goals, all these desires, all of my wants and my needs. And I felt like I was never making any progress to get there because I was doing it alone. Now, if you're somebody who's in that situation right now, please listen to what I'm about to say because it is so crucial that you have somebody who maybe not even that you're going through the journey with, but that you are staying accountable to. Now, for me personally, I've always had mentors in my life since I started in self-improvement once I figured this out because I realized that I can't do it alone. No matter how hard I wanted to be the guy who did it all by himself with no help and that I was that guy, trust me, nobody gets to success alone. Not only do you need a team of people with you, but when you're starting off, you need coaches, you need mentors, people who have already or who are already in the position that you want to get to tell you how to do it, right? And a lot of the time, guys, yes, it involves investing in yourself. And for a lot of people, that's a scary thing. With the people who are at the positions that you want to be in, their time is not cheap. They charge. But trust me, the investment is well worth it when you realize the value that they actually get to add to your life. Now, the next important thing that we need to talk about is making sure that you're finding the right mentor, the right person to stay accountable to. Because when I started, luckily for me, I was actually coached and mentored by some sales professionals who've had a decent resume attached to them. But a lot of people, they go off of word of mouth with no proof of concept. Now that can be a dangerous thing. You have to gauge it for yourself. And it also depends what avenue of self-improvement you're trying to get into, right? Whether it be spirituality, for example, I have a spirituality and meditation coach. I also have business coaches. I specifically have sales coaches, right? Different people from niche markets that specifically cater to whatever it is that I need help improving. Now, the questions you need to ask yourself when you are finding this person to coach or to mentor you or to stay accountable to, number one is, are they in a position that I genuinely want to be in life? Number two is, do they have the track record to prove it? Number three is, do I actually like this person? Do I get along with them? Do I agree with their values and their morals? Now, if you can say yes to all three of these questions, then you should actually go ahead and pursue them as a coach or a mentor. Now, having these people in your life who will hold you accountable to your goals is so crucial to your success because they are going to see things from an eagle's eye point of view that you might not necessarily be able to see. A good example of this, when I was starting off in sales, I hired sales coaches to mentor me on how to do it because I was so bad that I actually made like negative money in my first business, okay? When I say negative money, I was actually down like $25,000, $30,000 that I'm not proud of, right? But I learned the hard way that I was really bad. So what did I do? I invested even more money, right, to get myself out of it by hiring on sales coaches who I knew would benefit me. Now, specifically, when I hired these guys on and we were actually able to start working together, first of all, I created a really good relationship with them and I consider them friends to this day. But most importantly, they taught me the skills and they corrected the errors I couldn't see. Because you guys need to realize you do not know anything. That was the hardest thing for me to overcome, was my ego. I was like, I know everything. You know what? Coaches, I don't need them, right? I know what I'm talking about, okay? I'm that guy. And I had that mindset for a long time, but I had to swallow my ego, because I soon came to realize that my results weren't backing up my talk. And again, if that's you, it's okay, but realize that you have to make a change. Now, the other thing too is that there's multiple ways that you can be accountable. In my personal opinion, the more eyes you have on you, the better. For me specifically, it's actually the reason I started posting on social media was to keep myself accountable, because I realized like my stories, don't get me wrong, it's something crazy. I'm getting like 500-600 views, right? On every story that I post. What does that mean? It means that I have 500 to 600 eyeballs who are watching me on a daily basis achieve my goals, chase after my goals, right? And even if you only have like 100 followers on Instagram and they are actually looking at what it is that you're doing, trust me, it's gonna give you a different type of fire. Like, you can't mess it up. you have to keep going. Why? It's because you have a community of people who are watching you. Now, don't get me wrong, even if these people don't give a shit about me, which, I mean, in all honesty, they probably don't, but that's okay. Even if they don't care, what it actually is doing in my brain is making sure that I don't let these people down. I can't let these people down. These people are watching me. I'm supposed to be inspiring these people. If I were to stop all of a sudden, these guys would be in a way worse off spot. So now what does it do? It switches over the pressure from me fulfilling my own goals to me helping these people, which creates a selfless type of mentality, which will motivate you to a different type of level to achieve your goals. So am I saying you have to go out, start a YouTube channel, start posting on Instagram, become an influencer, start posting on Snapchat, start posting on Twitter? That's not what I'm saying. But the more people who you speak your goals to, the better, because it is those people who will hold you accountable in the times when you don't feel like doing it. Now, the other benefit of doing this is that as human beings, we actually have a deep-rooted fear of rejection embedded in our DNA. So again, having so many different eyes on you, it actually roots back to your own DNA, which is why I actually even created this YouTube channel in the first place. I wanted as many eyes on me as possible, because what is that going to do for me? It's going to make sure that I stick true to my goals, that I stick true to my word, that I continue my self-improvement journey, that I try to become the absolute best version of myself, not for me, but for you guys. And that's the mindset switch I have in my brain. So guys, with that being said, main takeaway from today's video is find somebody to be accountable to and try to get as many eyeballs on you as possible so that you can achieve your goals. Because if you do not do that, trust me, you're not going to be strong enough. You will not be strong enough to hit your goals by yourself. Now, with that being said, guys, I hope I provided some value today and implement what you learned.